20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Just across the 25.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Yellow, yellow! Hey, D-line, let's get in there, let's get in there now. Watch twist! Watch twist! Attack, attack!
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Strong right, strong right. 4 down, check.
is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Wait, 85.
From the gun, Rivers. To Gordon, out left. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's going to look deep for his running back. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Call that a gain of 38. A big... Forward on the 3rd down conversion. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Hey, Rocket! Check 24!
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check, Green 80! Hey, Brown 80! Check my 50! You must be true! Switch it!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
White, 80 high! Check, Mike 50! Hey, Delta!
Rivers to throw it. And he's got it. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right?
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the Chargers punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, 76 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm coming. Alert flare. Switch. Hey, Delta.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
16 yards.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, 79, 79.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And the Chiefs are going to get him. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
6-6, pull it high. Watch the whip. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Red Delta. Check 1-3. Watch the eye. Check. Alpha. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Rivers now. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Wait, 89. Run 80.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Hill on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
I don't miss him. Attack! Get the end, Mike.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
20. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get them? And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On is the Chargers punter now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
49 to money. Hey, pick it up,
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Mahomes to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. after the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Derwin James with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing Rivers, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A 2nd down throw for Rivers, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
Yellow. Light. Collect. Hey. 58 for Mike. 58. Alpha. Go. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Right there. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike 49. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Ringo. 49, guys.
Mahomes now to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Rivers on first down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he can get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Load it! Load it! Cluster!
Rivers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Okay, it's time for me to break out my thesaurus for that one. And I don't have anything. That was amazing. One-handed in this weather. I mean, you know the ball's got to be slick. But to be able to catch it and come down with it, what do they call that? The process of the catch? He completed it all the way through.
Now Gordon on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Ready, block 15. I'm going to come back to you. Left.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check. You got tight. Right there. Sponge. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Check. Fresno. White. Check safety. Orange ball 4.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. The quick slant caught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley up and good, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Hardman, the 2nd-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the Combine, running a 4.3 340, and should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. On 1st down, Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Returning, it's Benjamin. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time, but it'll be second down. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year, but work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Zero. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 89.
On third down, Rivers. He's going to look deep down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Second and 6 at the 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. 3 down, 3 down.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Attack, attack. 49, guys. Mike. Bravo. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What we got?
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
61, matchbox, right.
Play action now, Rivers. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers, flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's 3rd and goal.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a one-score game. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Check. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now Rivers on 4th down. Flushed out right. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They begin the drive with Williams. Williams loses the football. Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, Sunday. 15. 49, guys. Mike, 49. All day, baby, all day. Scene 6. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. You're not ready. 49's the Mike. Watch 49. Nice, sweetheart. Hey, 15.
Mahomes to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
44. Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Cluster. 44 to Mike. 44 to
Rivers to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
And remember, field goal does him no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. This complete to Henry over the middle. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Bit 180. 190. Check. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
44. Mike, 44. Hey, watch the slant. Check nickel. Hey, rocket. Check.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third and 10. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Set, 3 legs, 50. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Hey, Wahoo! 50. Yeah. Out. Show it up. Click.
Now Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin with time running out as they... Now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they will take a knee here as time will likely run out on regulation. And we'll go to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the prime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Again, it's Hyde. Hyde, a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
I don't need to. I'm going on.
They'll run high. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's Watkins on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to win it in overtime. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Chiefs, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.